Pinto looking for the run of Christian Kashishian. Back to Mella! What a finish by Franz Mella!
La Decima. Last November, Humber men's soccer made history by capturing the CCAA National Championship for the 10th time. This milestone was the result of a unified team effort, building on the success of the players and coaches before them. Among this current group, one player stood out by scoring the goal that secured Humber's title.
All I remember is Pinto, switching the ball to our player of the year, Christian. And I assumed he was just gonna hit it into the middle and hopefully something would happen, and he laid it off to me. And my preferred foot is left. Scored maybe 3 goals on my right foot all my life. And when he dropped it to me, I'm like, I have to hit this. And when I hit it, I just seen the ball go straight and it just went in.
Franz Mella left his mark in the record books, but remarkably, this is not the first time the Mella last name has been synonymous with greatness for the Humber soccer program.
It is true. Exactly 30 years ago, the striker Adolfo Mella scored the 3 goals to win the OCAA men's soccer title for the Humber Hawks, first time ever.
I remember we were down 2-1, I think, in the last maybe 15 minutes. So I showed up and I scored both goals in the last maybe 10 minutes left of the game, and I scored both goals and we were crowned the champions. For me, that was my job, to score goals and to give Sanchez, my coach, a chance to win the championship, his first championship.
That 1994 squad was led on the pitch by Franz's father, who helped the soccer program build a dynasty. Today, the program is the most decorated in the country, with 16 provincial gold medals and 10 national titles. Adolfo only spent 1 season in a Humber uniform, but left a lasting mark on the program. After lifting the OCAA trophy, Adolfo pursued a professional soccer career, and just 2 years later, he experienced a moment that many only dream of. In 1996, Adolfo faced off with Diego Maradona in a friendly match held in Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Diego Armando Maradona.
The most important thing I did in soccer, playing that game. I remember I was playing for the CPSL, and they mentioned my name to play an exhibition game against Diego Maradona. A lot of people saying that they went to see Diego, but they ended up watching me play. I played my best game ever, scoring a beautiful goal. Even Diego said to me, "What a beautiful goal, pibe." I asked him about to sign my shirt. He said, "No problem, you go to the change room." After I changed, I didn't shower, I changed, I went straight to the change room, and there was like 200 people inside. So I said, it's going to be impossible. I don't know, God, it opened up. I was at the door, it opened up, and we looked each other, and he said, "Hey, Peter, come, you were the star of the game." So I remember he sat me beside him, with all the journalists everywhere, So he says, with much love, I will sign the shirt for you. For me, one of my idols in soccer. So he was so humble to talk to me, a nobody, for him. And I learned from him that being humble is the best thing that a person can have.
After that memorable game, Adolfo continued his professional career in Canada and the United States. In the meantime, Franz was born, and from a young age, he was encouraged by his father to follow in his footsteps.
Like I always said to him, you have to beat me, you have to be better than me. So finally, he accomplished it, he did it, he's a national champion. As a father, I'm very proud of him doing this, since he started playing soccer, I always thought that he was going to be much better than me.
I got a call from Meza, the assistant coach. He said, come in, right? Came in last year, didn't play much, but every time I walk into the office, Brian Lab would always go, oh, who's your dad? I told him it was Adolfo Mella. He said, really? And we checked up the records and he showed me that all his stats. And he showed me that he scored 8 goals in one playoff run. And he's like, oh, you gotta do better than him. So I feel like ever since Brian told me that, I just wanted to play and just do better than him at Humber. And I couldn't do it last year for whatever reason, but this year I got to do it. And playing the playoffs, those games, he scored 8 goals in one playoffs. I scored 11 goals in the whole season. So, you know, it's kind of a tough one to beat, but yeah, the 8 goals in one playoff season is kind of nuts. So I'm sure no one's gonna beat that one. You know, one season, 8 goals in the playoffs. I guess semifinals, finals for OCAA and CCAA. So if anyone can beat that, I mean, you guys got it. But
definitely that was your
yeah, it was like adding fuel to the fire, right? Like I always wanted to like prove that I was good enough, but you know, seeing the stats and everything and all the accomplishments, I feel like that was a nice motivator to it.
For both father and son, Humber's success over the last 3 decades is largely due to one factor.
Family, basically. Like he said, if the team's a family in the change room, outside the change room, you're bound to do great things. I feel like our team this year was more than a family. Wherever we went, it was always laughing, all love, respect for each other.
And speaking about family, Franz made sure to dedicate his achievements this season to a special person.
Every goal was just for him, but my grandpa, right, he recently passed. It's cool winning a national title, but winning it for someone else feels way better, right? It's all good.
And now, here is the question. Will Franz and Adolfo pass the ball to ensure the Mella legacy with the Humber Hawks continue to inspire the next generation?
I have a nephew. We call him BK. Kurt. He's coming next
September.
January, no?
September.
Yeah, September. He's coming in. Yeah, I think he can wear the Mella jersey and he can win another championship for Humber.